Hey again guys, Steve here from Australian 4x4 Adventures and... Hey again guys, Steve here from Australian Slow Cooking at Home Adventures, because, you know, I'm at home and we're playing with the smoker. Let's roll the intro. Alright, so something completely different from this one. So normally, obviously, it is four-wheel drive content for the channel. So if you're new and you like that sort of stuff as well, by all means subscribe, it's going to be awesome. Hopefully Victoria's out of lockdown sometime soon, and we get back to some actual content, which would be nice. But in the meantime, I managed to buy myself a smoker. So it's a Pittboss 850. It's got it from Bunnings, $7.99 I think it was. So it was pretty reasonable considering what some of them are worth. Full disclaimer, I have never smoked a single, I don't think I've eaten much smoked meat at all. I've never used a smoker in my life. I have no idea what I'm doing. So this is by far not the best way to do things. But in the same note, I want to give you my experience on the first time how to smoke. What a beginner goes through in learning how to use one of the things. I've been YouTubing and Googling and talking to people. Really cool guy on Instagram that actually teaches this stuff, and he's been messaging me heaps. Absolute legend. Thanks, Brett. Alright, so I've got all pork, because I've got told it was relatively easy to do. Hello, Toby. Come here. So I've got one type of meat, so it's all pork, but I've got two different cuts. So I got a pork shoulder, I think it was. So we're going to do pulled pork with that one. And then 2 racks of pork ribs overall. Never cooked any of this stuff normally. I don't even cook this stuff in the oven. Yeah. We'll have baby back ribs. Baby back. So this one I'm just going to do a rub. So I've got pork, well, this is just the stuff from Bunnings. I've got some other stuff on order, but hadn't turned up in time, so I just picked this up from Bunnings when I picked up the smoker. So basically it's just going to be a rub on each for all of them. And then I'm probably going to do some barbecue glaze and stuff on the ribs from there. So open these suckers up, trim them up a bit, do what we've got to do, what I think we've got to do. Get the smoker. Actually, I've got to turn the smoker on. Alright, so I just had to refer back to the manual because this is literally the first time I've done this. Startup for the Pittboss is set it to smoke. So I think you would have seen I put it to temperature, which is wrong. Set it to smoke. It's already starting to smoke, which is pretty cool. That basically sets the igniter on. It should start to smoke fairly heavily. Once it's done that, then you can set the temperature according to the manual. But we're already starting to smoke, so we're good, I think. We're good. I think it's just going to get smoky here for a bit. Alright, we'll give that 5 minutes. We'll start prepping some meat, and then we'll come back and change that. Okay, so it hasn't even been 5 minutes yet. I haven't even had a chance to sit down with the meat. You see, that's starting to really go. Nice big flame in there, so that's burning off all the wood chips. So I should be able to basically turn this to the temperature now. So it was on smoke, and then I want it about 110. So that's it. It's obviously at 20 degrees. Just want to pull this out in a minute. Shut that. Essentially that makes it like an oven, so it circulates all the way through. But if you want to grill on these, you can grill on them like that. Take that out for now. So, shut that. Close this, and that should hopefully start to work out nicely. It's got a decent roar to it, I'll tell you that. That's bloody quick to heat up too, hasn't it, to start up. That's heated up in the background there. A couple of ribs and pork rub seasoning from Bunnings. Don't know if it's any good, no idea. Give it a go. It's cheap, like $6 or something. I'm actually going to prep the ribs a little bit later because this needs to go on well before the ribs does. The ribs only going to be around 3-4 hours maybe. This is going to be on for around about 6 or 7 hours. So this is going to be in for about 2 hours. And then, hello Toby. Then once this has been in for a couple of hours, then I'll prep these, chuck these in there, and hopefully they're ready around about the same time. So here we go. That's what I'm being told anyway, so figure it out. So I'll chuck these ones out of the way for now, and we'll worry about this one. Rightio. Let's get rid of this. One thing I was surprised about, which I didn't really know, is you meant to actually cut a lot of the fat off. You don't want a lot of fat in it. Because you're cooking it so long, it just goes tender by itself. You don't want it sort of super fatty and mushy, which obviously this one's fairly lean as it is for I reckon. But I'm just going to cut off what excess stuff, because Leanne hates fatty meat, so I think the less stuff I can have on there, the better. And I'm, yeah, you know, COVID hasn't been friendly to me. I have no idea if that's too much, not enough, but it's what I put on. And quickly wash my hands and then see if that's up to temperature or not. So, meat probe. It's like my meat clean. Apparently meat probe into the thickest part of the meat. Yeah, about that. Sitting at 112, which is perfect. I got told 105, 110 degrees. Open them up. I did actually season this the other day as well, so you know. Got it right in the guts, I guess. Pull it together a bit. Make it look half presentable. I think that's it. I guess. Oh, maybe we'll go prep these ribs now. Alright, so seeing that I've never actually used it before, I wasn't sure how the probe was going to work and where it came up and whatnot, but I obviously just plugged it into the box here and then shoved it into the meat. Hopefully that's the right spot. Just wanted to show you. So obviously you've got two probes. Top one's not plugged in. Bottom one, the meat's at 10 degrees currently. The actual unit's at 113, but it's set to 110. That's but the basic controls. I reckon that makes it pretty foolproof, providing that's accurate. I want to get a separate probe that I can put in just inside to see if the Pittboss thermometer's accurate. Don't have one at the moment, so I'm just going to rely on the fact that it's pretty good. See what happens. But I went a pellet smoker over an offset sort of fire smoker because Toby, he takes up a heap of my day, so I needed something that was almost just a set and forget, so I can just put this to a temperature as long as I've got enough pellets in there. We're sweet. Come back in a couple of hours. Hopefully it's pretty good. Wrap it up and then just keep cooking until dinner tonight. Which is, oh God, I'm looking forward to that. Toby, what are you doing? Look at you and your big hat on. So what else do you do when you're trying to wait for your meat to be smoked? Paint a fence, of course. And Toby's got the music. You got the music? And dance? He's dancing. Cutest kid in the world. Yeah. Slightly biased though.
Mama.
Let's paint his fence. Apart from putting Toby's hat back on 14,000 times during that little bit of painting, I just want to check on what this is doing. So it's currently sitting at 101 degree, 101, set at 110. So obviously it does fluctuate a little bit. Let's turn this down for a second. But it is also fairly windy today, so maybe the wind's affecting a little. I moved it from over there to here because it was smoking up a fair bit at one stage and it was just flooding my fresco and going inside, and the wife wasn't appreciating that, so I moved it over here. So I did have to unplug it for just a couple of minutes to move it across. And it's coming up again 103 degrees now, so maybe it's just that's how they fluctuate. Maybe 105. Yeah, it's going up pretty good, so no, I'll keep waiting. How long has it been? So what I decided to do was set a timer on my phone. So I've been going for, I don't know if it comes up or not, 1 hour 43 minutes so far. So, because I always forget what, I could say to myself, I'll put it on at 8:05 or 8 o'clock. I'd forget it, guaranteed I'd forget it. So I set a timer for when I actually put it in. I thought that was a nice way of doing it. Having said that, we're looking at temperature, not time. So the probe's sitting at 46 degrees. Apparently when it hits about 76, 78 degrees, I think it was, I've got to wrap it up and put it back in. As Brett was saying, send it. So send it to him was basically just wrap it up and just keep a consistent heat until it's cooked. Ready? Oh, look at that. It's getting nice and crusty. I don't know if I'm meant to or not, but going to. I don't want it to dry out. Right, so we're a fair way into the cook now. Oh, how far are we? So 5 hours and 11 minutes into the cook of the pulled pork so far. It's temping about 67, 68 internally, so I think about 73, 74. Gonna wrap it and bump the temp up just a little bit. But first, I've got to get the ribs going. So the ribs are going to take around about 3 to 4 hours. So I want to be eating tonight around about 6ish. So it's 1:20 now. So yeah, they need to go in nowish to be ready by about then. I've never prepped ribs before in my life. Eaten plenty of them, love them at restaurants. Wife does them pretty good in the slow cooker. Never done them on this, so I have no idea. Apparently there's a membrane on the back you got to take off. Never done it. So I've obviously, like you guys are YouTubing videos right now, I've YouTubed it, and I've seen two different methods to take the membrane off the back. So one is, both of them need a paper towel. Basically start from the edge and just take it off, and the other one was start in the middle, and it looked like it come off a bit easier, but I don't know. So I'm going to try both of them from someone who's never done it before, and I'll see which one's going to be easier or not. No idea. This one I'll do this one from the edge. Apparently butter knife. I think that's so you don't stab yourself with it, so it doesn't actually rip through it at the same time. Yeah, so that's an edge. Paper towel to help you grip it, I think was the theory. Alright, well that's actually... That's actually really easy. There you go, never done it before. And that worked like a bloody treat. I like it. Alright, so I'm just going to trim up. Alright, so this method, I've seen someone start in the middle. Different. Essentially it was just Find where it is. There it is there. Work your way all the way across the rib. Just sort of easing your way across there. Oh, that's just as easy. This one you don't need paper towel. Oh, that's slimy as. That's so slimy. It was just probably quicker. That was just as good. I don't know. Like from someone who's never done it before. I'd do both ways again. Let's coat the hell out of this. Alright, oh my god, that looks so good already. Look at that. So much meat on these things as well. Alright, use a fair bit of that. Cool. I'm just gonna clean my hands a bit. Just chuck it in the oven. Okie dokie. Oh, hello. Look at you. How am I gonna fit this? Might go one across the back and then one down the side here. I reckon the left side seems to be hot up. So I'm gonna put the meatier side to that side. And that way. I'm going to put this one over here. Pull him out again. Get out of the way, yeah. I'm going to do that. That way they're the same. Alright. Oh yeah, that's going to be good. While this is open, give a little spray for a second. Keep it juicy. That's almost good to go as well. Probably another half an hour and that's good to come out. Come out and be wrapped. Alright, so it's probing at about 170 now. That's looking pretty damn good to me. Nice and crispy on the outside. That's going to be godsend. Alright, so I'm straight out with that. Close that so I can try and keep as much heat as I can for the ribs. Aluminium foil. Shiny side in apparently. It's going to make like a little boat. Oh, parcel of goodness, like it's, oh, yeah, alright. Now for the probe again. Chuck it back in. I'll put it that way this time so they all line up. Alright, so I am going to up the temperature ever so slightly. So one from 110 to 120. Because the next step up from there is 150. I think it's a bit too much. So 120 now that it's wrapped, I can't burn them. And the ribs can take a little bit more heat than what the, because these aren't going to be cooking as long. Ribs. Oh my god, I hate these already. Alright, so I'm going to put them there. Alright, so you want to do butter, brown sugar, and honey. Should be nice. Oh, look at that. And you put, I'm probably going to go meat side down on that. Squeeze that in there. And then on the inside, butter again, more sugar, bit more honey. That's it. That's it. So now you're going to want to put it back in for an hour, meat side down this time. And then it's unwrap it, bone side down, and then baste it with barbecue sauce every 10 minutes for half an hour, so 3 times. So I'll do the other one. Meat side down as well this time. I'm going to move it down a bit. Ooh, it's got some heat to it. Do that. Done.
Yeah, could you get a bigger pair of tongs?
I could, but I didn't. Fence again. No, we'll paint the fence made it in the video earlier, but time to take out the big ball. Put that on there. Wrap it up. Straight nasty. That's going to sit there for maybe an hour. Right, so it hasn't quite been 2 hours yet. Oh my god, that's hot. We'll give it a go. Mainly because I'm hungry.
This is organ transplant.
Oh, ow, ow, ow. That's so hot still. Just for the sake of doing it, because I want to know. It was 97 degrees when I took it off, and now it's down about 92. I reckon. We're at 90 now, it's still going up, but it's going up real slow. Oh my god, look at that. That's soft and alright, do it. Just that. Alright, for my first pulled pork in a smoker, pretty bloody happy with that. Alright, gonna tear this apart, get into it, get into the ribs. Alright, pork ribs are out. They are hopefully pretty soft. So always the best way to cut them, stand them up, slice down. Oh, look at that. Oh, I am. Friggin' love it. Look at that. Perfectly done. Juicy as all hell. Oh, bloody hot too. Alright, so that is nearly 10 hours worth of cooking, which is phenomenal for me because I've never cooked anything for that long in my life. So,
this is pulled pork.
This is a legal gathering, I swear to God.
Pulled pork, very nice. Looking after the elderly. Thank you for inviting me off the street.
See? See?
Pulled pork is very nice, moist.
How is it? Does it taste smoked?
It does taste smoked.
Alright, grab a rib. Tell me what the ribs taste like. They're a little spicy, he doesn't like spice. Go on, how are we going? Are they soft?
They're soft, it's not spicy.
Yet. But they're soft. Taste good?
Tastes good, very moist. Moist, I like the word moist.
Can you ask Toby how he feels about the smoker?
Toby, what do you think about the smoker? Why are you eating chips? He loves chips. Alright guys, so that's pretty much my version of first time smoking anything ever. I've never done it before in my life, never cooked meat that long. I don't know, for me that's good. So hopefully this gives you a bit of insight on the first way you can smoke anything, right? Oh, hello.
That's what you get left with.
Oh, just bone. That's how it should be as well, just clean bone. Alright, so any questions, chuck them down in the comment section down below. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.